Alright, here's a video of the Ruga offense. I hope my fans not like fucking ruining the video. But it's a pretty simple offense I run. Basically, I run 2 series with a freelance. And it's pretty much money. You can use whatever playbook you want. The way I feel like the playbooks for the team is like for that team. For those players. That's why they have that certain playbook. But the freelances I'm about to show you is the Piston snap, and you could pretty much run that with any team, and it's really good against players that like to reach and try and steal passes, because once they get out of position, you got the open lane. And as you can see, my record's pretty good. A lot of those losses are from like player matches, like fucking like player control. I didn't know the player control really goes on your record. I used to do this. I'm gonna go to scrimmage, and I'm gonna use a team, any team. The teams I like to use, so people just have an idea. I like to use the Cavaliers in Tier 3 and Tier 2. I used to use the Trailblazers, but I'm really liking the Jazz, just because I feel like if I got that defense with me, I ain't got to worry about making all my shots. And I'm a really good on-ball defender. I don't really do off-ball defense. It just doesn't work against high level. So I like to use the Jazz in Tier 2. And in Tier 1, I go with the Celtics. Unless I get bored, I play. I'm going to go step by step with you guys on what to do. Now, I'm going to show you guys the freelance. You press right on the D-pad. If you press left, this will pop up. And this is going to be important, but not yet. So, also, if you like people to do, go to control. Focus on the coaching. In the coach settings, uh, you could, I would say, turn the AI off. Adaptive coach engine, I'd turn that off. Unless you really aren't really, if you're really new to this type of stuff, keep it on. But if not, just turn it off. If you know what you're doing, you can go ahead and turn it off. But play vision display, turn on full, so you get the full uh, fucking messages. And for play call messages, put on show all. In the beginning, I want you guys to really show all, because sometimes you got to know when you're running a play out of the series or whatnot. And for offensive vision, all plays. If you really know what you're doing already, you don't have to do this. But just for people that have never done this before. So right on the D-pad, freelance set. And what I like to run is the piston snap. Let me get the form up. Alright, so do form up like that. And this play, as you can see, when they come up, always got an easy pass. He comes sets that screen, set it off right there. I got this cut to the basket. But I'm not going to be finishing any of this off. I'm going to show you guys on the highlight vid. And it's just going to come back. You see how that? The freelance set is just how your half-court offense will start off. And as you can see, if I don't hand it off right there, it's going to keep free-flowing. I come back. And he's always going to fake like he's going to cut. Get the screen. I got the alley or the mid-range. Okay. Come around me. I just want you guys to see all the actions out of this set. Now you just keep rotating, rotate, do it again, just so you guys can see all the actions out. That's all the freelance is just the spacing of your set. Boom. Wow. Why'd you have to do that, bitch? Oh my god, the fucking computer's annoying. Why would you do that? Fucking computer's annoying for that shit, yo. Alright, here goes another action. Oh, fuck. You come sets that down screen. You got the option to pass to Ingram or McGee. Now, if you pass to McGee, you get this guy coming down, and he cutting across for that 3. Now, let's go that bad. We're gonna do that again. Let me show you guys how you can really branch this stuff off. But you can see all the actions. Alright, and there's also this action right here. Come across here. Probably already seen that though. Try to do this again. Fucking computers. Alright. Enough with the freelance shit. Now what we're gonna do to call a series, what we do, press around the D-pad, and we gotta go to primary focus. As you can see, the tempo, pusher pace, average, patient. If you put on pusher pace, it's gonna give you fast, like, they're gonna give you like a lot of ISO and screenplays as your AI would just call a lot of ISO and screenplays for you, and especially on a fast break, they're gonna expect you to take those shots quicker. So they're not gonna call a play for you or set up in the series or the offense. But if you put patient, they'll really go back to those series and they'll really go back to the freelance. And rebounds, everybody knows what that is. Alright, so now there's the pick and roll, which is like when you're just doing, when the person taking out the ball will just either give it to one of these two dudes for your freelance, and then they'll just run the freelance through one of them. That's what the pick and roll does. Now, if you go get shooters open, they'll try and get the off-ball screens to one of these two dudes. Simple as that. That's all you gotta remember. That's the way I found out and really tested it, and that's what I came out with. Now, if you go to play through, that means every play is gonna go through them. Or when you go to smart play, every play is gonna go through them. So, but the series, what I like to run Number one is the Iverson Series. And don't get this confused with the Iverson Box Series. That's different from the Iverson Series. The Iverson Box Series, I'll show you guys what that is right now. I'll show you guys what that is. That's when there's like all four are like guarded around the key. It's kind of like the 80 offense in 2K18 or 16, 17 if you ever played them. Alright, see how they just wanted to go through LeBron. And with these series, dude, they usually find a person with whose attributes really match what should be done. See how they're all inside and they get Rondo to the outside. Now, this series could be added in with the scheme I run, but usually I don't like to run it because the way this game works is so easy to steal the ball and people play off ball. So I'm going to show you the Iverson Series, which is what I run. And you guys are going to like this. It's one of my money schemes. Alright, so I'll let them make it. They want me to run through LeBron. Now watch as they set up. See, as soon as they take out the ball, they're already setting up. You can see how they walk down. Caldwell Pope comes around those double screens. It's open, get a screen, and get a free dunk. Now, if they don't come around the screens, I got that open three. And I'm going to have a highlight vid to show all this. Come around both those screens, and that guy goes baseline. Boom. He caught around that screen. It's on Hall of Fame. Usually they don't come around them screens, especially on All-Star, which is what online's on. I had the open lane, got double screen, but there's also part of this offense where he'll come up and then the center JaVale McGee will run over and set a screen for Ingram, and Ingram will come back this way. And then there's no help because Rondo's in that corner. Now he's gonna come across, boom. And if I don't get that, it's always a screen. And like I said, guys, I don't know if I said it or not, but when you call these series, you have to do it every quarter, because every quarter they'll go back to auto. Even if you have your coaching AI off, they'll go back to auto. So you have to put these series on every quarter. And you could do these from the timeout menu, and I'll show that too. You're going to pass to your center. Usually you're just going to pass to the center. Sometimes there's an off action if somebody's playing really off and somebody set a down screen for one of these shooters. But usually you just pass to the center. Now he cuts, and a lot of times he'll get right to the basket. So when you pass it, when he cuts, usually the point guard is a little off and he could cut straight down. You can get that open shot most of the time, or even a fucking alley-oop. And when it happens is he also uses that screen or that off. I would say his player movement threw off this defender where his back is to LeBron James, so you don't see him coming, and he usually cuts in. But since I have Michael Beasley, he comes up. If I have a JaVale McGee, he'll usually just sit in there. But LeBron gets this look, open look, because he's coming to help out. Because he's about to get an open lane, so he comes and helps out. And if they don't play tight, what ends up happening is you can pretty much get that blow by. Pass out, one extra, boom, good shot. Now let's see it again. I want LeBron to bring it up actually. Now I got the mismatch. As you can see, LeBron was cutting in. Boom. And I love this series because when I mix them, it's like they don't know where to guard the 3 tight or the inside when you miss a match. And this comes down, it looks like they're setting up for the Iverson series when he's coming down. And that's why I like this scheme I run, the Ruga scheme. The Ruga scheme, bro. So he's running around LeBron James. And man, when they're playing off-ball defense, I'm telling you, you get so many open looks. This is really schemes that forces people to play on ball with mismatches. So it's kind of frustrating. And it really works well when you got an aggressive center. See, if I have somebody like Dwight, he's getting pushed all the way under the rim. And I've done it before. I've done it with Greg Monroe. And dudes have got bullied and been looking like, God damn, I can't stop this dude. But, so I passed to Lonzo like he was going for the cut. He didn't get it. So I just backed down. And there's the option to throw this oop to LeBron. I didn't feel like it was safe enough, so I just held on to it. Plus, I got a mismatch. And LeBron comes. If this dude's playing too hard to the left, which he did, gets this cut to Brandon Ingram. Now, I didn't trust that either. So I just took the mismatch. And then there's also this off-ball screen LeBron sets for John Wall. Bam. The computer has spidey sensors, so they seen it coming and dodged the screen. Usually you get a 3 out of that. But if not, you get that down screen. Boom, comes up. Well, I was, but that's just a 2-man, little 3-man action, I would say. And that doesn't work. No, just got, oh, this is a mismatch. Boom.